One of the reasons why the Middle East became so wealthy the way that it did is because it's easier to dig for oil in sand countries. That's also the reason why we dig for oil in West Texas and places like that.
Okay.
That's why you don't dig for oil in places like Colorado. It's harder to get through that type of environment. Because of new technologies as far as extracting oil, there's all of a sudden all this oil that's in Ukraine that's available now that wasn't really available 30 years ago. That's a part of this that's kind of being missed. A lot of it's around Crimea. So what's happened is Ukraine was threatening also to allow Western countries to come in and get some of that oil. It's not just the fact that Russia can't go through Ukraine with their pipelines to sell their oil. It's that Ukraine will then sell its own oil. Does that make sense? You have a country, a petrostate, which is basically what Russia is. 35 to 30% of their GDP came from petroleum. And now you have a neighbor that's in between you and your number one buyer of oil, which is Germany. And he's saying, hey, not only are we going to make it harder for you to sell your oil through our country, we're going to sell our own oil. To me, that was the number one pretense for them to invade, not because they're worried about ethnic Russians in the eastern part.